Hi everyone, I hope you're doing okay. On one hand, I'm really sorry I couldn't be there with you today to share my story with you and hear more about your projects. But on the other hand, I'm really happy that I couldn't make it because I don't have to go through stage fright, having to imagine you all naked, and of course the joy of flying with my Syrian passport. Anyway, in my life I'm used to this dynamic and this comparison between the negative and the positive, and the fact that I'm Syrian and the conflict happening right now in Syria is making the difference even bigger. Take my photo album for instance. Every time I look at my photos, I see pictures of people who are gone. I see places that were destroyed. But at the same time, I know that I'm a living vessel to tell their stories and my own. This dynamics does not concern me only as an individual. It concerns an entire population and maybe the entire world as well. And the difference between the negative and the positive in every single story is something very important, especially in my circles of friends and family. Based on this analysis, we decided along with friends to create something to tell about these stories. This is how SouriaLi was created. SouriaLi is a grassroots advocacy and community development media. It was created by Syrians, to Syrians, and to everyone around the planet, to tell about stories of Syrians to everybody, to take each story and start from the negative narrative and go along to the positive narrative. With SouriaLi, we managed to take art, culture, music, and even politics and transform everything into stories. And from these stories, we extract knowledge and experience. Public awareness, peace building, and democracy are all built from stories. We take these stories and transform them into drama, talk shows, conferences, collective memory, and everything that we discuss around the coffee, and even cooking recipes. You might be very surprised to know how many stories could be hidden behind a cooking recipe. With that, we managed to reach 500,000 people, and we are telling their stories to each other, and we're trying to learn all together from the same pot of stories. The only thing that we do is that we facilitate the process and we add social responsibility to it. Based on this sense of social responsibility, we build our editorial so that we think about the final beneficiaries and our audience before anything else, and give voice to those who haven't any, and try to give life to statics and shed light on the marginalized. Give a virtual home to the virtual homeless. Yes, today you're homeless if you're a lone wolf, if you don't feel that you belong somewhere. And with our collective collaborative base of stories, we managed to create this home, a virtual one. This home gives visibility to those who are seeking it, no matter if they have a success story or an identity crisis. And with the same collaborative collective stories, we plan on occupying the future and promote goodness to future generations. Our team of 27 people are dispersed in 14 cities around the planet, including Syria. Everyone would do the work from their own place, and then via the internet, we managed to create this entity. Even though that we're dispersed everywhere, but that does not stop us, and this gives us the possibility to work locally everywhere. Snowballing is very important to us, and with the small snowballs everywhere, we would create one day a big avalanche to take over the future. As a proof to this story, I'm gonna present to you a few members of SouriaLi. I did not tell them about this conference, I only asked them one question. Tell me your story in few words, and tell me how your work at SouriaLi would make a change.
مقيم هلأ ببرلين لأنه نظام دكتاتوري ما ترك لي أي مساحة ولا مجال إني أحكي. أنا بآمن إنه الحكاية هي الذاكرة الأصدق للشعب، ومن خلال SouriaLi عم بحكي حكايات اليوم لترسم لنا طريق بكرة.
I object to leave my beloved country and university to look for a better life and safer life for my daughter and me. I am working now as a journalist to transfer the true situation in Syria.
I was privileged to be able to leave Syria on a plane with a visa, and I really hope to see Syrians someday be able to cast a real vote and to be part of their informed decision about this vote.
السبب اللي خلاني أطلع من سوريا هو آخر قذيفة هاون كانت تمرق من حديقة البيت، فطلعت لحتى أحمي أولادي ولحتى أحمي حالي لحتى أقدر أربيهم. بشتغل براديو سوريالي بهدف التغيير طبعا، كسر الصورة النمطية عن المرأة، وأكيد كمان للتأكيد على حماية حقوق الطفل.
I had to leave Syria because all of the problems that I faced with the Syrian regime. I started working with Radio SouriaLi since the beginning of the radio because I found that I can deliver my voice and the voice of others through it.
I believe that media can make a change, can create a future.
المنابر الإعلامية اللي عم بيحاول يكون صوت للي ما له صوت.
Somehow we can give people inside Syria some hope.
سوريا وفيها كل شيء غالي على قلبي، أهلي ورفقاتي وجيتاري الأكوستيك بالسطلات الإلكتريك.
I aim to revive the memories of our lives back home, hoping to soothe our painful present.
اشتقت لأهلي كتير واشتقت لسوريا. بتمنى من شغلي براديو سوريالي إني وصل صوت كل السوريين.
شفت أحلام وطموحات أولاد بلدي قديشها حلوة وقوية ومنورة.
كانت بالنسبة لي الصوت اللي أنا بقدر من خلاله ساهم بإعادة بناء المجتمع السوري.
محركي بالحياة هو العدالة لكل إنسان.
نشتغل على إنه يكون بكرة بسوريا أحلى أكيد.
I hope for a better future for Syria for my kids and they will have home.
I left Syria 4 years ago and I believe I will go back as soon as possible with this mic and SouriaLi.
The people, the grassroots, and their personal story, this is what would shape the future. We at SouriaLi started telling stories since October 2012. When we started, it cost us $0 to have knowledge and $0 to be present on the internet.
For us, to occupy the future means occupy the internet and speak up, to fill public platforms with our stories and flood the space with powerful content, to counter any other destructive, regressive content. Occupying the future for us, as exiled citizens of the world first, and as Syrians in no man's land second, is about keeping an eye on the future and an eye on the present, one foot in the real world and one online, where social media has become the biggest nation, even if only virtual. The future of democracy for us is purely social and led by grassroots, as the future is about choosing hope over fear, diversity over division, voice over oppression, collective memory over identity theft, celebrating uniqueness and enjoying similarities in every single story. To occupy the future is to promote sustainable democracy as a lifestyle for everyone and not only as a political act within the borders of academia, political podiums, and activism. A real democracy, a democracy that could be understood by everyone we reach in Syria or out of it. We seek to occupy a democratic, inclusive future for the underprivileged, the marginalized, the oppressed, the outcast, to empower them to bring fear to all racist, fascist bullies of tyrannies out there, so they would think twice and thrice before saying or doing anything harmful. Occupying the future is to build a democracy that could be communicated in each word, image, sound, musical note, piece of art, or a moving image. This was my story, our story, and SouriaLi's story. With that, I will leave you with some voices we have given platform to on SouriaLi, oppressed individuals or groups, refugees, and citizens of this world. Hear them out.
يا شعبي الغالي يا مهجر بكفي برا تتمرمر يلا عودوا يا احباب بكفينا طال الغياب.
يعني نحن بالجوائز والحفلات مع الاوركسترات بدنا نعزف اغاني سوريا واليرموك. نحن نقدر نعمل شيء وين ما كان، رح نقدر نعمل شيء بالحصار من خلال الموسيقى، ورح نقدر نعمل بألمان ببلد الموسيقى موسيقى.
هلا انا صفحتين، صفحة الفيسبوك بالفترة الماضية صار في ناشطين اجانب وعرب، يعني اي مفقود او اختفى بحاول جمع الاسماء وانشرها وهم بيساعدون الموضوع هذا.
أقامت مع عائلتها سنة كاملة بمخيم الزعتري. ركزت ميسون على إقناع الأهالي كمان بأهمية التعليم وتشجيعهم على إرسال بناتهم للمدرسة وعدم تزويجهم بسن مبكر.
جيت أنا قلت له، قال هن لحاله، قلت له ما بتروح على المدرسة؟ قالوا لي رحنا، قال بس قالوا لنا ما بدنا ندخل لأنه ما عندنا أب. نحن لازم الأطفال هذول يتأمل لهم كل شيء من دون ما يتعرضوا لهيك مواد.
يعني عم نحاول بكل شيء فينا نساعد، عم نحسن نوصل الصوت.
من خلال هي الحملة قدم السوريين بكتير وقادرين على الدعم والمساعدة حتى
بقول أنا وين بدي أروح؟ شو رح أعمل؟ يدور على المعلومة شوي، يقرأ عن البلد.
حياة كلها فرح ونجاح وأمل بمستقبل سوري جديد.
أنت جاي لهي البلد أعطتك أمان؟
بين الأطفال ومجتمعنا.
هاي البلد بتستاهل منك إنه أنت تشتغل وتعطي.